Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, today I want to tackle the debate going around, people comparing Entertainment District fight between Tengen and our kids in the Demon Slayer Core versus Daki and Gyutaru versus the solo leveling fight of Beerus and Jinwoo. So yeah, I've come to give my 2 cents. Let me begin by let me just give you what I think. I believe the Demon Slayer Tengen versus Gyutaru fight was better. For mostly one huge reason. Let's say two. The first one, the build up. And two, the stakes. The stakes were way higher in the Demon Slayer. Now, solo leveling, let's not deny that fight was awesome. But no one's going to come to me and convince me that we didn't know that Jinwoo was going to win that battle. We knew he was stronger than all those S-rank heroes. So Beerus wiping the floor with them didn't mean anything to us, really. We just wanted to see the fight, and it delivered. Believe me, it delivered. But we knew how that was going to end up. On the other, actually, if you even read the manhwa, you will see that that fight does not go more than 4 chapters, and it's done. On the other side, the Demon Slayer fight, I think it goes over like 10 to 12 chapters of that fight. And even in the anime, I think it spanned over like 4 to 5 episodes. 4 episodes? I don't remember clearly. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. But the stakes are way higher. We know the upper. First of all, we come from the Mugen Train movie, and we get a glimpse of what an upper rank is. So moving into Entertainment District, and we're introduced to Daki, and they say she's upper rank 5. I've forgotten the number, but I think she was 5. Not knowing it was a 2-in-1 situation. So Daki causes problems. By the time we think we're getting around Daki, we find out that there is a whole other person in Daki, Gyutaru, the big brother. And damn, oh damn, that guy just took down Tengen, took down almost everyone. Everyone was at death's door. Tanjiro was pretty much done. By the time the scene comes, by the time we get that sequence of events from where they break Tanjiro's fingers, and he almost gets a a slice at Gyutaro, and Gyutaro counters, finally getting I think he had been stabbed or something, and he comes back, and we get that sequence that everyone was watched. Guys, our blood pressure was up. And then that scene, let me just play it for everyone so we all see the scene. This scene, it's also similar. Solo Leveling did something similar as well, so a lot of parallels happening, overlaps. But by the time this scene came, and Tengen comes back here, and we thought he was dead. He has no arm. And I think his eye is bleeding. He had been poisoned. I've forgotten. Shish. And I think since he has no arm, I think he puts one sword, I think, under the armpit. No. Yep. Under the armpit. And then this sequence happens. That kind of reminds me of the solo leveling thing, though. So Look at that. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Sorry, this is not subbed, but what we care for is the fight. So by the time we saw this, and by the way, at this point we don't even know that at this point we can't say for certain that that he's winning this. But the fact that he comes back, we get some semblance of hope that maybe, just maybe. But remember, killing Gyutaru does not guarantee success. You have to kill Gyutaru and the sister Daki at the same time. What are the odds? Look at that. Look at that. Jesus Christ. At this point, I was standing up. I don't do reaction videos a lot, but at this time, I think I was standing up. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Look at that. Jeez. Look at the state of that town, that entire entertainment district. The whole place was, they had evacuated everyone. Tanjiro comes in. By the way, he has like 3 broken fingers. Chop off his... Tanjiro jumps, dives right in, and they cut his mouth in there. Look, right there. And you're like, Jesus Christ. How are we doing this? And he had to go pass through that to get a cut in. Look at the fingers. He had 2 fingers broken, but he still had to get the job done. This is what you'd call plus ultra, if you know what I mean. He gets in there, but Daki needs to be taken care of. And our people, Inosuke and our other kid, they're taking care of him. So also Daki has to be killed at the same time. We have to admit there was a bit of plot armor. Inosuke was not supposed to be here though. But see that. See that. Both had to go down at the same time. Swing! 2 heads off. Jesus Christ. And guys, and them chopping off those heads does not mean that everyone was happy. These guys have had a self-destruct sequence in them. So it wasn't getting to this end. Everyone was on high blood pressure. Everyone was on high blood pressure. Let me share with you the number of chapters we're dealing with. This fight began way early. So you see, I think this fight begins somewhere around chapter 77. When Daki is introduced, there she is. The fight begins off here. Quite a long one, by the way. This fight is quite long. But you see, it runs from chapter, this is 77, all through to, is it 84? I could be wrong. Let me see. 84 is what? No, fight is still continuing. The fight goes until chapter 95, I think. No, 95 is at 94? Yeah, 94. What we just witnessed. The slicing in the mouth, chopping off the head, you know, going plus ultra. That going, and the sister also being dealt with at the same time, Daki being dealt with by Inosuke. You see, plot armor. How the hell? This guy had his heart skewered by Oni-chan. And you see, the chopping off of heads at this. Yes, I've remembered our kid's name. I think our thunder breathing kid is called Zenitsu. But yeah, they had to chop off this head and that head at the same time. But when is this happening? 95. The fight began at 77. That is easily close to 20 chapters of action. Easily close to 20 chapters of action. Now, switch over to Jinwoo. Jinwoo, guys, I said we knew Jinwoo was winning that fight. We just there for the hype. Let's call it we're just there to see Jinwoo in action. Of course, they show us Beerus wiping the floor with S-rank hunters, and we all know Jinwoo is stronger than all those S-rankers combined. So we just wanted, the stakes were not as high. The fight was awesome. It was presented beautifully. But the stakes were not high. We were never worried that Jinwoo would have, competition. We knew there would be a fight, but we're like, you get. Let me peruse through some of the best parts of that fight, though. It doesn't hurt. So you see, lands the first blow. You know, a lot of dialogue goes here, and they go blow for blow. So we almost feel like that. Okay, if you've not watched Solo Leveling up to this point, you believe like maybe they are equal, but we all know better. Okay. Those scenes were quite impactful. So we need to watch the fight to see, how Jinwoo's aura farms and how Jinwoo wipes the floor with Beerus. We never thought the poison would do anything, guys. And again, I love this fight. I loved it, but I loved it for entertainment. I was never worried for Jinwoo. So I did stand up when this fight was going down. I did all, but I don't think I was sweating as much as I did when I was watching the Entertainment District arc. This transformation was crazy, though. We have to agree, this transformation was crazy. But you see, Jinwoo is never worried. Jinwoo is never worried for a second. He's like, okay, time to get out the daggers, time to take this a bit serious. The music was awesome, let's all agree. Music was awesome. But all he does is like, let's get these daggers out and have a showdown. And yep. And then the fight ensues. Let's just run. Look at those combos. Gets back the daggers. Jesus Christ. But then we get a similar scene like we got in Entertainment District. Right there. Looks awfully familiar. Let's run back to this one. There we go. Brings back memories. But the meaning behind this versus this is we thought Tengen was a gone at this point. We were hoping for a miracle. But here we were like, he'll figure it out. he'll figure out a way. And truly and true, he levels up. Pew! Figures out a way. So let me just stop this. And just to show you that the chapters were, just to pretty much show you that the chapters were also not that long. I think the chapters begin off at this fight. The fight itself, if I'm not mistaken, runs for, is it 2-3 chapters? Let me see whether I can get the chapters up for when this fight really begins. Yep. So we're chapter 101, and I think this is when they lose. Yeah, this is when Jinwoo arrives, right? This is when Jinwoo arrives, and okay, there's some slight differences here. He already gets the daggers out, but when he actually begins fighting Beerus, I think that happens. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, happens here. This scene. And meaning the fight actually begins at chapter 102. This is when the chapter begins. But I can assure you from 2, by 4, it is done. Right? By the end of this chapter, this fight is done. You know, at this point, the Beerus is trying to flee. They put him down. And yeah, and we're back to trying to save Char's life. But what am I trying to say? There was never really a what? A cause to worry. So, guys, tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think. That's my verdict. Sue me. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. Yeah, this is a new journey for me, so join me. Thank you.